What is up guys, Jack here, and today for you I have my top 3 benchmark themes for iOS 7 and for iOS 8. So these are sort of the themes that I think really have stood out for me over the time I've been theming. I've been jailbroken for like ages now, like loads of years, but I've never themed really all that much. But recently I've really got into it because I found that iOS 7 and iOS 8 is really quite boring. So yeah, these are my top 3 benchmark themes that I think that you should really check out if you haven't already. Some of them you may already know, but definitely do stay tuned and take a look at these videos. But anyway, these are my top 3 benchmark themes for your iOS 7 and iOS 8 devices. So before we start, I just want to point out that all of the names will be in the description down below, along with any prices, and should you need any other repos, it's just in case they're not installed. So the first theme I have for you is Minimal.iOS, and I definitely do like this theme. And although when first looking at it, you may think there's not many applications that are themed, and you'd be completely right thinking that, the reason I've included this in the video is because there's every single app on your device is given the same skin as the themed apps, which really help them to blend in quite well. I mean, there's some apps which I just don't understand why they're not themed, such as iTunes. They've done the App Store. Well, why not iTunes? And it's a stock app. It may just be because it's because it's running iOS 8. It's not quite linked up all right, but that's the logical reason I can think of. But other than that, I do see the fact that the skin goes in the app. It doesn't really stand out all that much. And for example, Tweetbot on my homepage there isn't themed, but it's just sort of all sort of fits in really nicely and doesn't look too out of place, along with sort of Facebook pages and all the different applications which aren't themed. They also sort of fit in really nicely, all due to this sort of skin that I put on every single application. And this is a free theme, so definitely worth a shot. Just download it, play around with it for a couple of minutes. If you don't like it, just simply take it off your device. Anyway, this is called Minimal.iOS, and definitely go check it out in Cydia. So coming up next, we have possibly one of the most well-known Cydia themes, and this is Ayeris. And I just had to include this because if I didn't include it in a benchmark video, then I'm sure I would get many complaints. The fact that I could compare any other themes to this and not include this, because in my opinion, it's one of the best themes out there. It takes where iOS 7 and iOS 8 sort of started. This is even the description, is where Apple left iOS 7. This basically finishes it off. That's basically what the description of this theme says, and I can just totally vouch for that, because take a look at the Photos app on this and it looks totally so much better than the stock Apple one. And I use this so much. I basically use my daily theme on my device, and when I go back to my iPad mini, which isn't jailbroken, I sort of start wondering why those apps aren't jailbroken, why those apps are looking different. And then I remember that Ayeris is a theme, and it's just such a gorgeous theme. It costs money. I believe it is quite an expensive theme, but it's definitely worth it. It also offers dock support. You've got about 3 different docks, I believe. I normally just stick with this one, as I find it's one of the nicer ones, and definitely adds a slightly different look to it. You also have a control center theme, and there's some alternate icons if you would like to install them. But definitely one of my best themes that I've come across, and I've been using it pretty much since it was released onto Cydia. I believe it was when the iOS 7 jailbreak came out. I'm pretty sure it was near the big start of that. So it's basically a year now that I've been using it on my device, just under a year, and I'm very happy with it. And definitely, it's not even got old yet. To me, it's still a very nice theme. Even themes some third-party apps such as Clear and gives them a much better application look to them. Definitely a theme which I just absolutely love, and something which you should definitely check out and just have a look at for your device. So last but by no means least, we have Flattish, and this is slightly different to the other two, as it's a more in-depth sort of depth being the primary word there, much more depth to the applications and to the theme than the other two. I normally do go for much minimal themes, hence the other two being very flat, but this one is Flattish, and it adds some shadows back, taken away from I used to see in iOS 6 and below. In iOS 7 they were taken away and you never saw them come back again, as obviously it's what route Apple's taking, but I did miss them. I do like some sort of depth on your springboard on your device. It does look very nice, definitely sort of works with the Apple layout. So for example, you just look at those applications such as you've got Facebook and different things like that, and they've just got a shadow around them. Now again, not very many apps are supported. There's some such as Tweetbot and that, some apps that are supported, Instagram, all your standard ones, Fantastical even, which many themes don't. But again, not many third-party apps that are not part of the theme. They still really fit in quite nicely, such as the Facebook pages there and the AccuWeather. They really don't look too out of place. So definitely a theme I'd recommend checking out, something which I really like and something a bit different to what I'm used to using, but it's definitely something which was a nice breath of fresh air than when used to so many flat themes. Anyway, this has been my top 3 benchmark themes for iOS 7 through to iOS 8. If you'd like to see another one of these, then definitely leave a comment down below, and I'll try and pump out another one maybe in the next week or so. I'm going to be having some more silly tweet videos, some more unboxings, loads more content coming to the channel. I've got new lighting set up and some more equipment I've really invested into trying to make the quality of videos a bit better and making it easier for me to record. So yeah, definitely leave a comment down below if you're excited for all of this. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Those links down in the description down below. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.